Welcome to the official 2026 Zonga Pokemon Nintendo Handheld Collection Showcase. I hope you guys are all having a great day. I made a video in 2024, I believe, talking about my handheld collection, and a lot of you guys really liked it. And I figured my collection's grown, it's gotten a lot bigger, so let's show what I have now, just to showcase some of the cool consoles out there. Without further ado, let's get right into it. First one I'll show, we'll go in order of when they came out, is my original Nintendo Game Boy. This is a Japanese model. I don't know if there's a way to tell, but I got it in Japan. It still is fully functional. As you can see, everything will drop down there. Needs a bit of a clean to it, but the start of it all, so definitely a special place in my heart. I just have one. I don't know if there was any special versions of it, but if there are, I don't know about them, and I don't own any. But this is the first one in my collection, is the original Nintendo Game Boy. Moving on to the Game Boy Pocket, I actually own two of these. I believe they're actually both the same color. I believe they're both the pink version, but through time, both of them have kind of become a muted, more orange or peach color. This one definitely keeping more of the pink, this one a little bit more faded. I had these in my last video. This one still has a screen protector on it. They're both fully functioning. Once again, could both use a bit of a clean, but Game Boy Pockets, they're super awesome. It's just like a smaller Game Boy. They play the same games and everything. I wish I had more colors. I know they make like a green one that's super cool. That maybe I'll get my hands on in a little bit. But we have the two pink Game Boy Pockets. Next up is this Game Boy Lite. Now, I thought in my last video it was like a Pokemon edition. Turns out it was just the screen that was used. However, it is a real Pokemon screen that they took out of one of those yellow Pokemon Center Game Boy Lights, but it is just a regular Game Boy Light model. Thank you to whoever said that in the comment section last time. I do really appreciate it. But it has that little Pikachu. I like how when you turn it on, Pikachu's kind of move it in. Pikachu's face lights up with that red light that just shows that it's running. And as you guys can see, the screen lights up just fine. So that is my Game Boy Light. A Japanese exclusive, obviously, so I got it in Japan. I got it ordered in from a Japan site, and they sent it over. Definitely one of my favorites, super cool. Moving on to, I believe, the Game Boy Color. I just have one Game Boy Color. I got it from a friend a long time ago. It is I believe it's I forget what it's called, the grape transparent or translucent color, but I think it's one of the best colors for a Game Boy Color, just because you can see everything going on inside. You can see the battery pack, you can see the ribbon cable for the screen, you can see all of the hardware inside. So a super awesome console, fully functional as well. I haven't tested it in a while, but we can give it a test real quick. And there we go. Super awesome one. Game Boy Color. I wish I had more. I just have the one, but it's one of my favorites for sure, so I'm not complaining with that at all. Moving on to the Game Boy Advanced. Same thing, just own one of them, but another super cool one. This one, it doesn't have the back plate on it. It's a Japan version. This is one of my actually I believe it's my only handheld that actually does not currently work. It does not get any power, so I got to open it up and fix it. Maybe we'll make a video for that to try to fix this one, but as of right now, it's just a shell with broken internals. I believe it's just a power cable, or a power soldering issue that I'm gonna go in and have to fix. But that is the Game Boy Advanced. It is from Japan. It's a silver one, and I hope to get it fixed up soon so that I can play some games on it. Now, moving on to the Game Boy Advanced SP, I have a couple special edition versions. This is the Famicom edition in super nice shape. I adore this one ever since Ever since my friend Ultra Genesect got one, I knew I had to get my hands on one soon. Other than those little scratches, it's in really, really, really great shape. You can see on the inside there, screen is perfect. Buttons have hardly been touched. There's one tiny blemish there, but super great shape. You can see the colors in there, hard to beat. So that's the Famicom. And what's cool about this one is I actually still have the complete box for this one, so everything's included inside, all the manuals, all of the chargers and everything for it. And I just love this box. It's such a classic looking box. So super happy with the special edition Famicom SP. I'll show you the other one I've got here in just a second. Another super cool SP. This is the Pikachu version. I have a little kind of protector on it, so that's why it looks a little bit odd, but this is the one from the Pokemon Center. I believe it's authentic. The only thing that spews me the wrong way on this is it has these red, I don't even know the right word for it, but they are usually this yellow color like this one. Maybe they just got switched out. I'm not so sure. When you look at the bottom, it looks really close to the real ones, and I assume it's so tough to tell. I don't want to say it's real and then for it to be a reshell, but I don't want to say it's a reshell because on a lot of the reshells that I've seen, it looks really good in comparison. The just like how the light kind of bounces off of it and everything too. It's glossy. You can't see through really to the speaker or anything of the sorts, but it's just really hard to tell. If anybody in the comments knows, let me know. I've been avoiding using it just because it is an awesome shape. But this is my Pikachu Game Boy Advanced SP. As for the other SPs I own, you can see here I've got 8 more other than the 2 in the back. I've got 2 blue ones. I got 2 red ones actually. I'm borrowing this gray one here from a friend just because it has the brighter screen, so when I shiny hunt I can see it easier. But I own 2 red ones. This one was my very first one. And then I own 2 gray ones, both AGS 101, and I own a blue and a pink. I'll show kind of each one on one. This was my very first one. I got it for $5 at a flea market back in the day. They all have the Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire games in them just because I've been hunting. But this is my very first one. It was my first Game Boy. I was at a friend's house and I saw them and I really liked them, so I wanted to get one for myself. So I found one for $5. Didn't know if it worked or not. Took it home, got a charger, and it worked just fine. I've kept it in really good shape, even though this is the one I've definitely used the most. Just because it was the first one. It'll always have a special place in my heart. I do have another red one just like it that I've been exchanged out for this one. This is one of the backlit screen, so definitely a little bit of a nicer console for playing and for hunting on. So that's why I've been using this one. I've got 2. I'll show you real quick. 2 of the gray, I think it's like charcoal color, AGS 101 that I use for shiny hunting. These are super awesome. If you've ever had a 101 console, you know the difference in how the screen looks and how it plays. So it's really an upgrade I would recommend. You can either go full original like these ones where it comes with the 101, or you can go with like one of those IPS displays. I don't own any, but I've heard good things about them. You just have to do a screen replacement, which isn't too hard in these. I've done it before. And speaking of needing to do a screen replacement, I actually need to eventually do it on one of my blue SPs. So I call these the Kyogre ones, and I call the red ones the Groudon ones, even though they do have that special edition with the one on it. I don't own any of those. This one is a Japanese version, I believe. It's kind of hard to tell there, but yeah, the JPN right at the bottom, and this should have USA somewhere. Yeah, USA right on there. So this one I actually need to do a screen replacement on, because you can see Has all those little dots on it. And I don't really like it, so I'll have to do a replacement. This one's definitely a bit more battered. I got it more recently. This one I've had for a little while. But those are my two blue ones. And then kicking off the final ones, I have the light blue and the pink. If you guys saw my video about getting scammed for a Game Boy Advanced on Marketplace, you guys don't know these ones. These are the ones that ended up working. I had to clean them out pretty good. As you can see, they're not in the best shape, but I got them both working and running, so these work great now. Those are my Game Boy Advanced SPs. I'm just going to set those ones to the side for now. The first DS I have is the original Nintendo DS, or the DS Fat, as some people call it. I have the red version. It's just this one here. I love these. I really like how they look. This one has a couple dead pixel spots on it that I have to go fix at some point, but the screen is still in really nice shape because it has a screen protector on it. This is the red DS Fat. This is a US version, I believe. Maybe I'm just missing it, but I don't know how to tell on these. But this one is a US version, I believe. I have a special Japanese version coming in very shortly, which you guys may see a video on. I ordered a bunch of consoles, so those will be coming in soon. I'll be able to show you guys. But this is my original Nintendo DS, the only one I've got so far, technically. Moving on to the DS Lite, I have a few. I'm going to show you the regular versions first, and then I'll show you my special edition ones. This is my, I think they're called like Platinum or Silver. I have two of them. They're both US versions of the DS Lite, and they both work great. They're super awesome. One of them, I believe it's this one, yeah, it's definitely a bit more scuffed up. Doesn't have that tray. They all still have the stylus, I believe, which is kind of rare nowadays, but this one's definitely in better shape. Only a couple small scratches on it. But these are awesome. Everybody that's owned DS Lite, which is a lot of people, know how great they are. And then I have this pink one as well, which is in really good condition. A couple scratches on the front, but those might be able to be cleaned off. And then the back is really good. The thing that was awesome on this one is the screens, I believe, are like mint. The bottom screen's a little bit worse than the top screen, but these are super awesome. Really good shape still. Getting into the special edition DS Lites, the first one I believe is right back here. Just pop it down. This is the Winning 11 or Pro Evolution Soccer, I believe it's called, DS Lite. You can see it has the whole soccer field with the plays written on it. Kind of an unknown one for the most part. Not a lot of people know about this one. I believe it's a Japan exclusive. I got this one in an order from Japan. Very glossy. These ones kind of have like the almost like the see-through to the color underneath with the glass. This one's just like a glossy finish. But you can see everything on there. Kind of needs to be cleaned up a little bit. It's a little bit dusty, but that is my Winning 11. On the inside, it's all just like a black DS Lite matte finish, and you can see this one's been used up a bit, but that is the Winning 11, or I believe Pro Evolution Soccer in the North Americas for the DS Lite. Moving on to one of my personal grails in my collection. This one is the Pokemon Daisuki Club Giratina DS Lite. Really one of my favorite consoles of all time. I'm super stoked I own one. Had to get a case on this one immediately, but it's still in great shape. It has the stylus, it has the drawer for your Game Boy Advanced games. It's a little bit oxidized, but that is expected with this console over time. Front is just super mint though. Shout out Carsoon. I know he wants this one real bad. I'll try to find you one. But I'm super stoked out of this one. Screens are still mint. Everything still works on it. As you guys can see, I'll turn it on real quick. That's one of my all-time favorites. I'm super happy. I bought this one last year. I believe I paid 200 Canadian dollars for it, so definitely a bargain right now. One of my favorite consoles for sure. It's the Giratina Pokemon Daisuki Club DS Lite. Moving on to the DSi. This is my very first Nintendo console. I got it for my birthday way back when I was a little kid. I got this and I got Fossil Fighters. Shout out if you know that game. I've well loved this console. I've had its fair share of drops, and I've owned this one since my childhood. So it will always be one of my favorite consoles of all time, is the DSi, especially this blue one, as it is the very first DS I ever owned. It was my childhood DS, my childhood gaming system. And it will always hold a very special place in my heart. I have a lot of memories with this one. That is my blue DSi. And I have a couple special editions as well. The first one I'll show is this Pokemon White Nintendo DSi. It's Japan only, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong with that. Somebody might have to correct me, but this is my Pokemon White DSi. It's definitely seen some better days. I'd love to get a better condition one when that silver play button hits and I start making some more money on YouTube. But that's a dream. So hopefully we can make it happen. But this is my Pokemon White DSi. It's definitely a played one. The screens still aren't too bad. The bottom screen's seen some love. Top screen has a screen protector on it, so that's always nice. But you can see that somebody definitely loved this back in the day. That is my Pokemon White Nintendo DSi. And the last one of my, can't even believe I owned this consoles, is the McDonald's DSi. It was a relatively unknown console, and then it kind of popped up all over the internet all of a sudden, and a lot of people know about this one now. But the McDonald's DSi has got to be one of the more rare, well, it is one of the more rare DSi consoles. I found this really recently, actually. A couple weeks ago, I was in Japan, and I found this at a retro game, kind of thrift store, like a used game store. It was given out as a training device to McDonald's employees in 2010, and then when they switched to iPads, they were told to destroy all these, but some got out, and now one of them is with me, and I absolutely love this thing, and I hope to never have to sell it, because I think it's going to be one of the most awesome Nintendo relics of all time. But this is a DSi. It's not in great shape. Obviously, it was used as a training device, so it definitely had its fair share of drops and its fair share of people, putting stuff on it and not being very nice to it. But it means it has a story. So I'll never know which McDonald's this one was used in, but I have my guesses. So leave it in the comments if you have your guesses, and I'll tell you if we're thinking the same. But this is my McDonald's DSi. Still in pretty alright shape on the inside. It's got a couple scuffs and whatnot. That's to be expected. Some of them are just like dust that can be taken off, but that is my McDonald's Nintendo DSi. Moving on to the DSi XL, I just have one. It is my maroon DSi XL. And I remember when I bought this and a copy of Pokemon Heart Gold in box for $140 for the both. That's Canadian, so about 110, 108 American dollars. And I remember my friends were making fun of me. They said it was massive overpay, and now it's looking a little bit better. But I love this thing. I use it as my main console for playing a lot of my older, it needs to be cleaned a little bit. That's kind of embarrassing. But I use it as my main console for playing a lot of my older DS games, since it has the big screen, and the 3DS does take down the resolution a little bit for these ones. So it's definitely seen a lot of use. So I've put it to really good use. Definitely one of my favorites. This is the Nintendo DSi XL USA Maroon Edition. Moving on to the 3DS, I have this Midnight Purple edition. Fun fact about this one of the only colors in a Nintendo handheld that is a USA exclusive, not sold anywhere else, is the Midnight Purple edition. Has some scuffs on it, which is pretty bound to happen if you're using a DS for a long time. I actually lent this one out to a friend for most of its life that I've owned it for, so I haven't actually had that much time with it. But the 3DS, it was the closest thing to a perfect console that I think you could ever get. I absolutely adore the 3DS. It'll always hold a special place in my heart. And this one was, I've gone through a couple actually, but this is always a color that I really wanted. I'll definitely end up buying one that isn't scuffed up. This one was really good condition when I first got it, but you know, time does its damages, and I'll definitely end up getting a nicer condition one eventually. But one of my favorites for sure. And I wish I owned more 3DSs, so maybe there's one coming soon. I don't know. We'll have to see. But this is my Midnight Purple original 3DS. Moving on to the 3DS XL, I have one special edition, which is this Pokemon X and Y, the Yveltal edition. I think this is a super awesome one. I bought it back when I was just using it for shiny hunting, and I didn't really think that highly of it. I wasn't super fond of it, and I definitely should have put more respect on it, because this is one of the most beautiful 3DS XLs I've ever seen. I really, really, really like it. I hope I can get that blue one someday. I might try to get an LL for that one and have an XL and an LL, because I think that'd be kind of cool. So the Xerneas one can be in Japanese and the Yveltal one can be in English. But this is my X and Y 3DS XL. I also have two other ones. I have a all black one, which is definitely seen better days, but it's has a story to it once again. This is just a base model 3DS XL. And yeah, there's not much to it. It's all black. It's pretty cool. I like it. And then the blue and black one, which a lot of people know and love. This one had like a little sticker on it at some point, so you can kind of see that. But other than that, no like really big scratches on this one. You can see it there, Nintendo 3DS XL. I gotta get some styluses for these guys. I think only the special edition one still has it. Yeah, that one still got it there. But all these other ones are missing it, so I gotta get one there. 3DS XL is super awesome. It's a 3DS, but bigger. So there's a couple Grail 3DS XLs that I want to get. The Charizard one, where it's like breathing the fire, and you can kind of see that one, is super awesome. And then the Love Plus ones from Japan are another one of my favorites. So one day I'll have to get those in the collection. But that is the 3DS XLs. We'll move on to, I believe, the last one in this video. And you guys can see that one right behind. That is going to be my childhood 3DS XL, which is the Pikachu version. I love this thing to bits. Funny story about this one. It has a protective case. That's why it looks like it's bubbling up a little bit. But funny story about this one is I got the red new Nintendo 3DS XL when I was a kid, and 2 days after buying it, I fell off a scooter and broke my arm, and this was the replacement warranty one that the lady at GameStop graciously decided to go through with, as I came into the store with my casts and my broken new Nintendo 3DS XL that was in my pocket. I still have the box for this one. It's tucked away, so I can't show that, but believe me, I do have it. This is just the protective case that's making it kind of bubble up like that. I gotta find a better one for this, because I want to take a bit better care of this one. But this is my new Nintendo 3DS XL Happy Pikachu version that I love to death, and I'm never planning on getting rid of, as I have so many memories using it and enjoying it. Another thing, this is one of the only consoles that I have that still have access to Pokemon Bank and Pokemon Transfer, as well as having themes downloaded onto it, which I think are pretty funny. So definitely one of my favorite consoles that I own. I know I say that about all of them, but I truly love all of them. Anyways, guys, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really plan on making more videos. I love making them, so let me know what you guys want to see down below. And thank you for watching my 2026 Nintendo handheld consoles video. Yeah, endings are always a little bit awkward, but let me know if you liked the video by giving it a like. Always a subscription helps too. It's free and it makes me really, really happy when people subscribe to the channel. Even if you don't think so, it does. And let me know what you think of the new background that I've got going on with all the plushes and the playmat. Let me know if you like that, or if you don't, you can let me know too. But yeah, without further ado, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video and the next Nintendo console collection video. I'm sure I will see you guys in 2027. Thank you so much for watching. This is Zonka Pokemon signing out.